I'm Deepika. I'm a PM from the Omnichannel side, and today I'm here to talk about how you can block a spam number. And yeah, so whenever you think about a spam number, right? Obviously, if you had a notification or some kind of a way to figure out if this is a spam call, you would much rather not pick up the call or not spend minutes, wasting picking up the call or just even attending uh, or having that spam call in your queue in customer service. So the value prop for this feature is really that you want, as an admin or as a business that's trying to run the customer service, you want your agents to have improve productivity, so they're not answering spam calls but actually attending to real customers. And even as a customer, you don't want to wait in long queues because some other spam calls are taking up the spots in your queue. And as an admin, obviously you would want to get the best productivity for your agents. You want to have like best customer service for your customers, so you're really looking at customer satisfaction, and spam numbers not being a block for that. So, with that in mind, the key persona for this feature is really two people: the agents who have to attend spam calls. So, if and when they know that this is potentially a spam call, they can flag it. So so the admin gets a notification about it and can take an action on it. This in turn helps once the admin decides to block that number. This in turn, helps the other agents from receiving the spam call from that particular number. From an admin, an admin can also go and directly block a number because of if they already had a list of spam calls, they just want to make sure the system doesn't receive calls from that number. They can always go and add a number directly, or just review all of the reports coming in from various agents and block that number. So that's really the two key personas. I'm just going to walk you through where block settings exist today. If you go to customer settings in Omnichannel, you have an option here for block numbers. When you click on manage, you land into the spam management page. This is where an admin can directly add a block a number. This is where, whenever agents submit reports or flag a particular number, this is the pending review tab where the admin can see all such reports. And then there is the block list where once your number gets added, you're essentially, you cannot make a call or you're not going to land into the queue anymore. And then there is auto block, which I'll come to you in a bit. So I'm going to just show end-to-end scenario of how blocking a number or a report is going to work. I'm going to make a quick call to the customer service. So I will be receiving a notification in a bit. There it is. So when I receive this, I'm just going to go ahead and take this call and report this call as spam. And let's see what happens. Hi, this is Contoso Coffee. What can I do for you? Hello. Okay, so at this point, probably the agent thinks maybe this is an spam call because I'm not hearing anything. So, the agent has an option to mark the number as spam while they're still in the call. So I go ahead and do that. You can add an additional note just to, you know, for the admin to get more information, and then I'm going to report it. So you can see how this is now changed to marked as spam. If you think, you have marked this by a mistake, you can always go and say unmark as spam and that will remove that record from being flagged. So I'm going to go ahead and end this call, wrap this conversation up, and then go back to the admin center. So when I refresh, you're going to see the record pop up in the pending review tab, because now there is a report. So here I have three options. As an admin, I can already go and block it, or I can go and remove it from this list and then view report history. So if I click on view report history, I can see all of the reports that have come in, and then I can check the call details, which takes us to the conversation page. As an admin, I can go listen to the conversation and decide if this is actually a spam or not, and all of that good stuff before I actually take a decision. So that is that. Um, there is one other thing you can do. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a block a number, which is manual adding of a number to the block list. So I'm just gonna go and give a random number, say test, and I'm gonna go ahead and block this number. When I do this, you can see that the number that I added recently has been added to the block list, and it has all the necessary, details in it. I can go and view report history, but this is a manual block, so you do not see the call details pop up. So I'm going to show one more scenario that you can do. So there is something called as an auto block. Now, as an admin, you have to go and review all of these reports and see if they are valid reports, and then go ahead and block the number, because blocking a number is a big deal. Now, if there is a surge in such reports or in spam calls coming in all different directions, you don't want the admin to be the bottleneck, because they are the ones who are actually reviewing it and blocking the number. So you would want to set up something called as auto block, which is a feature we have here, which is essentially going to block numbers depending on certain condition that you have set. Now you can toggle it on or off. If you turn it off, it's not going to be it'll not auto block any of the pending review numbers. But if you turn it on and you say, okay, block report phone numbers if they have two or more reports or three or more reports, that is something as an admin you can choose to set. So even if you're not looking at it, if it reaches maybe 10 reports, please go ahead and block it. So that's kind of what we're trying to do here. So this kind of saves the bottleneck from the admin, and I'm going to quickly show you how this is going to work. So currently I have my auto block enabled to receive if there are two or more reports, just go ahead and block it. So I'm just going to go and show that. Um, okay, so this is my call. I'm just going to mark it as spam right away. So you're going to notice something that as soon as I end this call and I go back to the admin side, the record will be removed from the pending review tab, because auto block is going to kick in, right? Right now you see there was one report. This is from the earlier phone call. But now when I refresh it, it's going to go away from here, because now the number has been added to the block list because it had two or more reports, and our auto block is for that. So that is how Autoblock works. This kind of helps admins to keep things in check if there are too many spam calls coming in. And this grid works like any other modern admin grid. You can do free text search just to see who has blocked it, or you can sort on these columns and all of that. That's pretty much how block numbers work. Thank you.